Occult mechanisms of societal corruption. 2. Sigil saturation. Symbols repeated until they bypass reason. You're not being convinced, you're being conditioned, and the weapon isn't debate, it's repetition. Welcome to sigil saturation, the method of flooding an environment with symbols until the mind stops questioning and starts absorbing. This isn't fantasy, it's branding, propaganda, and behavioral psychology dressed in ritual clothing. A sigil doesn't require magic, it requires simplicity, emotional charge, and relentless repetition. When the same symbol appears across screens, clothing, gestures, music, architecture, and advertising, the analytical mind fatigues. Psychology calls this cognitive load reduction. Once conscious filtering shuts off, the symbol bypasses reason and imprints directly into the psyche. No argument needed, no permission asked. The delivery systems. Logos are compressed belief systems. Minimal shapes, high contrast, instant recognition. They trigger trust, authority, or identity in milliseconds. That's not art, it's neurological efficiency. Hand signs. Gestures pass language and lodge in muscle memory. That's why the same hand signs repeat in music, sports, and celebrity culture. The body remembers what the mind dismisses. Colors red stimulates, blue pacifies, black signals dominance. Gold implies divinity or superiority. These responses are conditioned, tested, and weaponized. Numbers repeating numbers create pattern recognition. Patterns feel safe. Safety lowers vigilance. Once vigilance drops, suggestion enters. Repetitive imagery, identical poses, identical themes, identical visual language across unrelated spaces. The subconscious assumes importance where repetition exists, even without explanation. Look at why it works. The mind operates in two modes. Active analysis, slow, skeptical, energy-intensive. Passive intake, fast, emotional, automatic. Sigil saturation forces the switch. Overstimulate the senses, flood the feed. Repeat until resistance feels exhausting. Belief isn't installed, assumption is. And assumptions run behavior silently. This works not because people are stupid, but because the brain evolved to conserve energy. The threat isn't symbols themselves. The threat is unexamined repetition. What you don't question, you absorb. What you absorb, you identify with. What you identify with, you defend. Final thought. Awareness alone isn't enough. Attention discipline is the real countermeasure. Track the symbols, notice the repetition. Never confuse familiarity with truth, because the most effective programming doesn't feel like control, it feels normal.